Welcome back to our channel. If you're passionate about AI, future tech, and the cutting-edge systems powering tomorrow's world, you're in the right place. In this video, we're diving into a silent revolution happening in AI that could reshape how agents think, act, and collaborate. Let's get started. Everyone's talking about ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, pronounced Claude. But while those models dominate headlines, a silent shift is underway that's even more important for AI's future. It's called MCP, a protocol, not a product, and it's quickly becoming the backbone of how AI agents interact with tools, data, and each other. Since its release by Anthropic in late 2024, companies like OpenAI, AWS, MongoDB, PayPal, and even Google are moving fast to integrate it. In the next few minutes, you'll learn what MCP is, why tech giants are adopting it, and what this means for the next phase of AI deployment. The real problem with AI today before MCP, there wasn't a standard way for AI agents to work across different tools, environments, or even models. Everything was fragmented. Imagine building a smart assistant using OpenAI's ChatGPT, then trying to integrate it with a database powered by MongoDB or a web app hosted on AWS. You'd typically rely on APIs, application programming interfaces, to make these connections. And while APIs have been the backbone of software integration for decades, they weren't designed with AI agents in mind. APIs are static. They require precise instructions, lack flexibility, and have no sense of identity or context. More importantly, they weren't built for systems that need to adapt on the fly, something large language models are now increasingly capable of. So here's the core issue. The AI world has evolved faster than the infrastructure supporting it. We now have agents that can reason, plan, and execute, but they're operating in silos. There's no native way for them to cooperate, share context, or securely access enterprise tools without custom code. That's the gap MCP is trying to close. What is MCP? MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, and it was quietly released by Anthropic in November 2024. It isn't an AI model or a product you can buy. It's a protocol, a set of technical standards that allows different AI agents to interact with tools, data, and even other agents across platforms. In practical terms, MCP lets a company expose its internal tools and services to external AI agents securely, selectively, and contextually. And unlike an API that just returns raw data, an MCP server can define fine-grained rules for access, identity verification, and permission scope. Here's how it works. An organization sets up an MCP server. This server wraps around any data source, application, or service they want to expose to AI agents. Then, when an agent makes a request, the MCP server can ask, "Who are you? What are you trying to do? And do you have permission to do that?" It responds accordingly, granting access, rejecting it, or offering limited functionality based on those rules. This allows enterprises to maintain control while opening up interoperability. And that's the key word here, interoperability. MCP is designed to work across different models, different frameworks, and different architectures. It's one of the first steps toward making agent-based systems modular, secure, and scalable. Why MCP adoption signals a structural shift? MCP is gaining attention not just for its technical design, but because it's already being put to work by some of the biggest names in tech. MongoDB is using MCP to allow AI agents to access structured data with rule-based control without the need to rewrite or version their APIs. Developers can manage permissions centrally and update access logic without touching application code. Their product director, Ben Fell, has emphasized the flexibility this provides for enterprise environments. Wix has integrated MCP so developers can interact with tools like Claude and Cursor directly inside their development environments or chat interfaces. According to their CTO, this aligns with the broader shift toward LLM-powered development, where interfaces are dynamic, intelligent, and context-aware. Speakeasy, a company focused on developer tooling, has taken a similar approach. Their CEO, Sagar Bishu, describes MCP as a way to make traditional APIs chat-native, giving AI agents more natural, flexible ways to access services while reducing manual integration work. Other major players like AWS, PayPal, Cloudflare, and Glean are implementing or experimenting with MCP servers. Even companies like rocket companies, still in early stages, have confirmed internal deployment. This is more than experimentation. MCP is being operationalized. It's not replacing a PIS but augmenting them, adding identity checks, context awareness, and access controls that a PIS weren't built to handle. And because MCP is vendor-neutral and protocol-based, it avoids vendor lock-in and works across platforms. Even competitors like Microsoft and Google are publicly supporting MCP, alongside their own protocol efforts like Agent-to-Agent, also called a 2A, and a GNTCY that suggests industry-wide alignment around open agent-compatible standards. MCP vs API, ISAP. IS have long been the standard for system integration, but they were built for predictable software, not autonomous agents. A PIS follow rigid schemas, need exact inputs, and return fixed outputs. They don't evaluate context or identity. When AI agents who work with dynamic goals try to interact with these traditional systems, friction occurs. MCP offers a new approach. It's like a context-aware gateway that lets agents interact conversationally, factoring in identity, permissions, goals, and current system state. For example, an agent requesting financial data may be allowed or denied access based on who it is, what it wants to do, and the situation. MCP handles all of that dynamically, while a PIS would just give a static yes or no. Developers define rules centrally on the MCP server, no need to constantly rewrite back-end code. That reduces engineering effort and shortens iteration cycles. This is why companies like Speakeasy are investing in MCP. It lets agents ask for things naturally and receive tailored responses, perfect for AI that thinks in terms of goals, not endpoints. Importantly, MCP doesn't replace the API layer. It wraps around it with context-sensitive, policy-driven controls. You still retrieve data with a PIS, but now agents can access that layer intelligently and securely. Competing protocols and why MCP is leading. While MCP is leading, it's not alone. Google has introduced a 2A agent-to-agent communication. Cisco, with others, launched a GNTCY. Independent efforts like LKA are also exploring new standards. But MCP stands out for its early adoption and enterprise-friendly design. It emphasizes identity, access control, and interoperability, all essential in sensitive industries. With real-world deployments from MongoDB, Wix, and AWS, MCP is already in motion. In fast-moving ecosystems, early adoption often becomes the standard, and these protocols may not even compete directly. As SAP's Walter Sun said, interoperability may require multiple layers, messaging, orchestration, and access. So MCP, a 2A, and others may coexist depending on the application. What MCP unlocks for the future of AI? As AI moves from single model outputs to multi-agent systems, the need for coordination across tools and platforms grows. MCP is emerging as the protocol enabling that shift. In future enterprise setups, agents might handle entire workflows, drafting documents, querying data, executing code, and verifying outputs across multiple tools. Without a protocol like MCP to manage identity, permissions, and context, that level of automation would remain fragmented. And since MCP is vendor-agnostic, it fits easily into workflows built with open-source models, closed systems, or in-house tools. As more organizations build AI-driven stacks, the demand for secure, adaptable, interoperable infrastructure will grow. MCP offers a compelling answer by making existing systems agent-accessible, controlled, and scalable. Just like HTTP standardized the web for human browsers, MCP may standardize the AI layer for autonomous agents. And as real-world deployments increase, it's likely to change not just how agents work, but how digital systems are designed around them. If you've made it this far, you're clearly serious about the future of AI. So what do you think of MCP? Could it be the missing link that empowers true agent ecosystems? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget, check out the video on screen now to dive deeper into the next big AI shift. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.